Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Linton Miner basketball as the Miners on the road visiting the Shakamak Lakers tonight. There are two kegs out at center court. The girls basketball team for the Linton Miners have already pirated one. Will maintain possession of that. This another one on the line tonight is 3-0 Linton faces 3-2 Shakamak Lakers. Again, Big D, Dan Phillips. We've also got Bryn Anderson with us. Yours truly, Kevin Rader, Heather Rader, all here courtside for what really is a great rivalry. Heather?
Well, we want to mention first off that we are in the Jordan Vaught Insurance pregame show. Call Ross and his friendly staff in Bloomfield at 812-384-3535 for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. His staff treats you like family, making sure that you are covered. So please give them a call as needed. And we're going to take a really quick time out to hear from Jordan Vaught Insurance. This is Raider Media Sports.
At Jordan & Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan & Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535.
Welcome back to Raider Media Sports, and we'd also like to give a few shout outs to those sponsors that you are going to see in rotation during tonight's broadcast. First off, scoreboard sponsor is Stanger Homes. Call Michelle Stanger at 812-219-2307 because she says buyers have more motivation to buy before the end of the year with tax break implications. So don't wait. Call her today. Also, you're going to hear in a little bit our starting lineup sponsored by Klusner Construction. So whether it is a remodel or a new construction home, you know it'll be done right. First time, every time you choose Tony and his crew of Klusner Constructions. Call Bart Wade and Tony Klusner today. Also, our three-point shot is sponsored by Walton Funeral Service. Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. They're dedicated to professional and compassionate service, leaving kind memories since 1915. They've been one generation to the next and one family to another, and their families have been there for this community for over a century and look forward to serving for many more years to come. They are your lamp of hope when you need them most. Also, tonight's quarter sponsor is Key Associates of Linton. Call Allie Walton, Mary Beth Gerald, or Audrey Sparks to be there with you every step of the way. When you choose Key Associates to help you either buy a home, sell a home, or if you simply want to downsize for the next chapter of your life. They've been serving Greene and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Also, stay tuned to the E2 Custom Creations post-game show that we will have a complete wrap-up of both the girls and boys ball games tonight. And E2 Custom Creations is now taking pre-orders for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Class of 2025 graduations. They can help you create the perfect personalized gift for that special someone by laser engraving on a variety of materials. So if you have an idea or need help creating one, give them a call, 812-798-0174, or find them on Facebook today. Kevin?
Well, it took me the whole girls' game to realize I could stand up. I'm kind of loosening up here a little bit as it's nice, though, the positioning of where we are here. You know, I wasn't sure with IU playing tonight against Notre Dame in the playoffs, college football playoffs, what kind of a crowd we would have. But let me just say, this is a testament to the power of high school rivalries in sports.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, and I think in the girls' broadcast, small towns that just live 9, 10, 15 miles from each other That's what makes them rivalries. It doesn't make any difference the record because everybody knows everybody so well. You know what the teams do so well that if anybody's going to give you your best game, it's going to be that team you've played every year since you were in the 5th grade. Everybody knows who the shooters are, who the tough guy is. So it makes it exciting. And Shakamak and Linton, for those who aren't from this area, what is it, 9 miles from the city limits to Jasonville?
More than likely, and I think too that it's so nice too because a number of these, I see some players that are on Shakamak that actually have cousins that are on Linton.
Oh yeah.
I see Madden Husband that is number 23. He's cousin to Blake and Braden Husband from Linton, who were on the minor baseball team.
Well, he's one of them at Vincent University now, I think.
Correct. And then, you see a number of, and I know you might be able to chime in here, of any siblings, Bryn, or not siblings, but cousins.
To be honest, I don't really know on the boys' side. I just know that a lot of these boys are pretty close with people that are in the surrounding area. They have friends from all the different county schools. And so you kind of have to put that into perspective that these guys are playing against their friends that they probably hang out with on the weekends.
Well, I see an Ian Sam on Shakamak's late roster, so I'm wondering if that's any relative to Olivia.
I don't know.
I'm not sure on that.
Well, the Miners, as has been well documented, are 3-0 with the success of the football team just now getting started. And boy, what a start that was. Knocking off Mitchell, and then 12 hours later, Rock Creek Academy in a game they led start to finish, and then Purdue Poly, both in the same day. Kevin, you guys were there. The Miners exhibited, quick starts in a couple of games. Another one they couldn't hit a shot and had to hang in there physically.
Well, they faced different styles and were able to emerge victorious in both, and that's, I think, a big deal. I think something that's really impressive with the Linton Miner basketball team this year is their depth. You had the starting 5 from last year, but now you've got Jake Rose, Reuben Goodman, Tucker Lint, Gage Sullivan, all those 4. They're almost 10 deep. And if you can go 9 deep or 10 deep on your roster, especially in 2A, that is an advantage.
And every one of these kids you mentioned can hit from anywhere. And Lynn has added so much on the inside boards.
A physical presence, he really has.
So it's the fouling. You can as a coach now, you can kind of up the tempo a bit defensively because you've got 9 bodies and you might have 10 bodies that could come out there. Shakamak is 3-2. They're coming off 2 wins. North Knox 79-71, and then Washington Catholic on the 14th 83-7. Yeah, I know that's not a misprint. They've lost to Sullivan 47-36, and to Vincennes Reveille. I'm sorry, they lost to Bloomfield 71-57. Opened up with a loss to Reveille 64-28. But basketball, as well as baseball up here, basketball has always been something the Lakers have hung their hat on up here for years and years and years. So it'll be a physical contest. Kevin, you guys were here last night for the JV game, and it was for a while you got lulled into sleep as the Miners were up so far, and then all of a sudden it became a game.
It was a ball game, well, just like the girls' game tonight. Heather?
Well, I should mention that you mentioned earlier Rock Creek Academy from last Saturday, and obviously this broadcast is what's ahead of us right now, but tomorrow we will travel to Oakland City. And actually, the first game at 6:30 is between Huntington St. Joseph out of West Virginia versus Rock Creek Academy. And then the second game at 8 o'clock is Linton versus Wayne, West Virginia. So we're gonna obviously get down there a little bit early. We're not going to be broadcasting the first game, but we're going to get the opportunity to see Rock Creek again. And it's a tremendous ball club, and two West Virginia teams tomorrow. That's going to be a little bit.
That's unbelievable. I played music in Huntington, and that's in the middle of the mountains. And I wonder what the enticement is to come all the way from West Virginia to Indiana.
Well, there's been a couple things mentioned to us is that we're playing at a university, Oakland City University.
True.
And so sometimes people from, let's say, University of Evansville and USI, particularly maybe Vincennes or even ISU, could scout.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
And we're going to see what the atmosphere is. I will say that the athletic director from Oakland City has been nothing but phenomenal this week, has reached out a couple of times via email, as well as a phone call to talk about, when we could set up. And for those of you that are listening right now, or those that are going to be watching back on the replay, this is a varsity game tomorrow night only, and it's $8 admission. It's either cash or card, same thing with concession stands. So we will be making the trip down tomorrow night. Darren Clayton is going to sit in with us on color, because we know you had a prior commitment. You had a prior commitment, so.
Is this at Oakland City University then?
Oakland City University.
I thought maybe that makes
and it
sense.
there is an hour time difference, but Linton will play at 8:00 Linton time.
Well, we're in for a treat because Darren Clayton knows the game about. I worked with him a long time in football, and he knows his stuff. But you get him with basketball, you may not have.
Isn't he a former coach?
Yeah, and a player as well. And you may not have to speak, Kevin. You may just be able to get a pillow and relax, get him. But he doesn't. He don't like to take credit for himself. But he's a heck of a guy.
He's done a game with us before, so.
We're going to take a quick time out to hear from one of our Minor Pride sponsors, or maybe a couple, and we'll be back in just a few moments. This is Raider Media Sports.
Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need a listed property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Three specialty clinics with three top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family. Our family, caring for yours. Welcome back. We're still just under 5 minutes away now. I didn't move anything. Let me turn it down. There, how's that? That a little better? Still under 5 minutes now before the start of this second ball game, and we're looking at the lineup here, of course, for the Miners. We don't know the starters for Shakamak. We'll have those announcements in the Klusner Construction starting lineups as they're made here to the crowd. But the depth for the Miners this year with Jake Rose, Ruben Goodman, and Tucker Lint. Lint especially has been quite an addition.
Yeah, I just saw him out there at the top of the key shooting three-pointers. That's something he hasn't really had to do. But like you said, having him on the inside now frees Oliver, who would normally at a smaller school have to be inside a little bit. He kind of brings the ball down sometimes. It changes things up with Jackson Miller. Gives you all sorts of threat. We just have a solid lineup of 6'3", 6'4" kids. They just seem to come at you. I'm not sure what the height of anybody from Shakamak is as they come out. This is an interesting thing, Kevin. The Miners have won 16 straight over the Lakers. You got to go back to 2011 under Coach Steve Brett, longtime Bloomfield coach, for the Shakamak to have a victory, and they had won 5 in a row. Like I say, back in my days in the 80s and 70s and all that, Shakamak was a really tour de force in basketball. So
well, they come in with a 3-2 record, which is not too bad. Brand, I'm going to ask you, when do they move the kegs?
They'll take them off before the game starts. They'll make sure they're off.
Those guys come running out. They know they're there. You can tell, but it always worries me when I see them come running out.
I wonder if anybody has ever stolen the keg. Nobody has realized it.
I don't know.
That would not be. I'm not challenging anybody. Coach Brody Crow of Shakamak, this is his 3rd year, 13-10 last year. Had a winning record every time he's been here. Of course, this is Coach Britton's 2nd year. I think you guys pointed it out when you talked to him. A little bit more comfortable this year, I think. He looks a little bit more comfortable, I think, as well. I think the Miner fans have taken
You know
it
what?
real
He
well.
just said, move the kegs.
Yeah.
Coach Britton just said, I want them out of there.
Coach started off his career at West Washington. Went to South Spencer, was at Bloomfield for looks like 5 years. Then back to South Spencer for 3 years. Very successful down there. 18-4, 18-6, 21-2 in 23. So 18-5 last year. He seems to fit the program very well.
We want to remind everyone that if you're watching our live stream, feel free to go to our Facebook post and make a comment or give a shout out to someone that you would like to have, and we will do our best to get as many of those in tonight's broadcast.
I think you were hearing from a lot of viewers in that first game. Were helping us out with the school record as far as 8 threes for a girls basketball team.
Yeah, and if you weren't tuning in to that game,
6.
Addison hit 6 of 8 in the first half and looked like lightning in a bottle, and Shakamak came out with a box and one. Number 2, I think Langley got on her, and she didn't touch the ball, but I think had 1 3-point attempt and a couple of free throws and got Shakamak right back in that contest, but the Miners responded.
The Miners able to hold on and win that one in what was a great basketball game by the end. It'll be interesting here to see what the Shakamak Lakers do against the Linton Miners now. We're just about a minute away from the introduction of the starting lineups. You can hear the band. Why don't we take one more break before we start the festivities? This is Rader Media Sports. Whether it's the classroom, the field, the stage, or the court, it's time for another production of Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners, on the Champions Network of the IHSAA.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We'll let you listen. We're about ready to hear the buzzer for the first time in the boys' competition tonight.
Tonight's doubleheader between visiting Linton Miners and your Shakamak Lakers. Now let's meet the starters. Let's go visiting Miners. He's a 6'2" forward as a junior, number 2, Cooper Smith. At a guard position, 5'8" junior, number 3, Jackson Miller.
He's brought to you by Klusner Construction of Linton.
At a guard position is 6'4" junior, number 11, Paul Oliver. At our forward position is 6'3" senior, number 12, Hayden Felton. At our guard position is 6'3" junior, number 15, Connor Daly.
Connor Daly, Hayden Feltner, Paul Oliver, Jackson Miller, Cooper Smith, the same starting 5 that we have seen so far all year and even last year. Let's listen for the Shakamak starters. Jalen Thompson, 5'9", sophomore, number 12. Number 10, Jaden Johnson, 5'7", junior. Number 0, Case Terrell, 6-foot junior. Madden Husband, number 23, 6'2", sophomore. And number 34, Lyndon Jenkins, a 6-foot senior. So we have our starters for tonight's ball game from Shakamak, as the Linton Miners are looking for win number 4, and the Shakamak Lakers are doing the same thing. They come in with a record of 3-2. The Miners come in with a record of 3-0. A SWIAC game, and we're certainly happy to bring it to you tonight. Paul Oliver will be doing the opening tip. He'll be doing so against Madden Husband.
I already see that Jenkins, 34, he's going to be a load on the inside. He looks like a big physical guy that's going to be intense in the middle.
Here's the tip. Miners come up with it. Cooper Smith hands it off to Jackson Miller. Miller will walk it up across the timeline on this brand new floor this year at Shakamak.
This quarter is sponsored by Key Associates of Linton.
Oliver, left side Feltner. Oliver. See, that one thing difference you notice with the offense right away is that Paul Oliver is doing the dishing. Jackson Miller now with it on the right side. Oliver, left side. Daly, a runner on the lane, no good. Tip, no good. Rebound pulled down by Husband. Shakamak with the ball.
Husband looks very athletic already. Kind of skied up above to get that.
Working it on the left side now. Try to go inside. There's a little shot in the lane, and it's up and good by Jaden Johnson. Shakamak jumps out on top 2-0. They're starting in a zone. I'm trying to see. It looks like a 1-2-2. Cross. Oliver goes up with it. He's stripped. Feltner goes back to Connor Daly. Oliver takes the tray instead. You won't let me shoot it inside? I'll take the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer. 3 for Paul Oliver. Miners jump out to a 3-2 lead. Just underway on the Stanger scoreboard. Brent Anderson, Big D, Dan Phillips, Heather Rader, yours truly, Kevin Rader. All courtside, ready to bring you this ball game. Husband spins in the lane. Shot up, no good. It's blocked by Daly. And he's coming the other way. Ball with the left hand. Cooper Smith. Underneath. Feltner, basket. What an assist by Cooper Smith.
That was such a good look. You really have to be able to read the floor well, and he just showed that he could do that. So.
That's exactly right. Bringing the ball up. Jaden Johnson goes up to Case Terrell. Now they go to inside off the glass. No good by Jenkins, who tried to go up against Paul Oliver, and he found the going to be tough. Left side, Connor Daly. Trey on the way. No good off the back iron. Rebound is pulled out of there by Shakamak, and the Miners will collect a foul. I believe it's going to be on Feltner. It will be. So when you look at these starters, Case Terrell, 6 foot, Jaden Johnson, 5'7", Jalen Johnson, 5'9", Husband at 6'2", and Jenkins at 6 foot. So their tallest player is 6'2", and they only have one player that height.
And he's playing out above the key.
A little trap out on top. Husband will take it. Spin it back the other way to Johnson. Now he'll go inside to Jenkins. No go. Miners come up with the ball.
And Jenkins has gone inside a couple times and been thwarted.
Jackson Miller eyeing the situation. He's got Connor Daly on the right, but he's gravitating to the left. Now he's got Daly. Right side to Feltner. Back to Daly. Miller. Oliver from the corner. Daly. Jackson Miller doesn't want the tray. Cooper Smith sets up in the middle, moves out. Oliver switches to the other side. They go to him. They're trying to find a way to penetrate the zone, and so far they're being very patient about it. Daly. Look, I thought Jackson Miller was going to pull the trigger there, but he did not. Into Cooper. Back out Daly. Right side Feltner. Goes around his man. Nope.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a great pass intended. Jackson Miller whipped one like a laser toward Feltner, and I think even Hayden wasn't quite ready for that one.
He's a receiver, and he didn't even see that one coming.
That was a great no-look pass.
It was on the nose, too. I mean, it was there.
Jake Rose is up, and also is Tucker Lint as the Miners get ready for their initial substitutions. It'll be interesting, too, to see how deep the Lakers go in their lineup. Lakers with the ball out on top. Moving with the ball is Jaden Johnson. Now they kick it back out. There's a fake by Jalen Johnson, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Great defense. Great defense in your face by really every Miner out there.
First substitutions of the ball game. Cooper Smith, Feltner come out. Lint. And Jake Rose is an exciting freshman ball player in the ball game.
Jake is another person. We kind of talked about Laney Stone earlier in the girls' game. Jake Rose is another kid that is a multi-sport athlete, and he's just so athletic.
He takes the tray right in the ball game. He introduces himself. I love his excitement. Walton Funeral Home's three-pointer. He's applauding, slapping his hand like, yes, 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 as he's running back.
Right off the bench. First time he touches the ball.
8-2. Miners on top.
And, I mean, he's just a freshman, and he's playing with this much intensity already.
Yeah.
I mean, not even a full minute in the game. So.
Well, he's certainly not afraid to pull the trigger, and that's a good thing. There's a nice runner on the baseline. It's up and good. Is that
0?
That's not okay. Case Terrell with a great move. 8-4 Miners. 2:50 to play in the first quarter. Jake Rose, Daly. Left side, back to Daly. Jackson Miller to Daly. Jake Rose again pulls the trigger off the back iron. No good. Lint knocks the ball around, and Oliver comes up with it, and he's going to be too powerful that low. 2 points for Paul Oliver, 5 for the big fella. And there's an interception by Jackson Miller. We're coming the other way with numbers. Miller floats to the right-hand side, goes to Oliver on the left. Now in the corner, Daly. Trey on the way, no good. Rims. Rose with the rebound, back to Jackson Miller. To Rose, he backs it up. Bounces it back to Miller. Left side Rose, corner Daly. Rose, Jackson Miller. Floating back and forth, goes to Lint, back to Rose. A tray on the way, no good. Jake picks up a foul on the defense there. Coach has a word of advice for him. Now Reuben Goodman, the freshman, is coming in. Be interesting to see who takes the guard point position here with Jackson Miller headed to the bench to get a rest. The Miners are so deep. They've already gone 9, and we're at 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter.
Reuben Goodman's another tough player. I know we kind of talked on it earlier, but I have actually scrimmaged against him, and he is a really, really dedicated defensive player as well as offensive.
They fake the tray. Want to spin. Can't have anything to do with that. They're finding the going tough in there. Stripped of the ball on the drive. Jake Rose. They're going to give Jake the foul, or is that going to be on Lint?
I think Lint got him with the body because Rose got nothing but the ball, yeah.
Yeah, it's 40. Tucker Lint drawing his first foul. 1:19 to play, 10-4. Miners inbound. The Lakers inbound. Jenkins gets it to Johnson. Shot blocked. Oliver coming the other way, coast to coast, goes around everybody and puts it in. Wow. 7 for Paul Oliver. Going on the left-hand side, Jenkins wants to dance around Lint, and he finds that's not going to work out, but they're going to bail him out and say that he was fouled.
2 quick fouls on Lint.
Jenkins is 6 foot. he's working in territory of 6'3" and 6'4". That's just somebody's got to do it for your team, and he's the guy that's got to do it.
Every time he gets it, there's 2 minors on him, and he's got kind of a fullback body.
Jenkins free throw up and good. He will get another one. Cooper Smith coming back in. Lint coming out. Jenkins will get another. 2 sweet free throws for 2 points. Oliver with the ball. They're going to bring it up against a 3-quarter trap. Goodman with it. No problems. Goes to Paul Oliver. Looks like Paul will be the point guard. On the left-hand side to Daly. Gets around his man. Can't close the deal. Kicks it back out to Oliver. Paul starts to drive. Kicks it out to Rose. Connor Daly will get that ball. Back to Oliver. Fakes, drives, hits in the lane. Ruben Goodman with the tray. A Walton Funeral Homes 3-pointer.
Assist from Oliver there. Miners, boy, when you got freshmen who can come off the bench and light up the 3-pointer.
Couple of them have done it already. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. 15-6 Miners are going for the last shot here. Jaden Johnson with a yo-yo dribble out front. Now he starts to move, goes to Husband. Now to Jalen Johnson. Fakes his move. Got to get a shot up. They do, and it doesn't even draw iron. So at the end of 1 quarter, it is 15-6. Linton on top of Shakamak on the Stanger Homes scoreboard.
Fish Monuments is located at 289 North A Street Northeast in Linton. They will meet with you to design your special cemetery monument. Whether you're pre-planning or have recently experienced the death of a loved one, call Fish Monuments in Linton or reach them by phone 930-236-3002 today. If you need an Evolution golf cart, Gaither Power Sports is a place for you. Prices starting at $69.95. They come with an 8-year battery warranty and 0% financing for 36 months is available. Gaither Power Sports is also your Abington e-bike dealer. Gaither Power Sports and Trailer Sales is located at State Road 54, just west of Linton, in business since 2003. Are you looking for TV or high-speed internet? Give Mike Moore a call at Midwest Satellite. He offers Dish TV plans starting at $91.99 a month and T-Mobile high-speed internet for $60 a month. Call Midwest Satellite at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He will treat you right.
So we have some changes in the lineup now for the Miners. It's Jackson Miller, Ruben Goodman, number 33, Gage Sullivan in the ball game, Jake Rose, and I believe Hayden Feltner. Yeah. So if you look at the scoring, Oliver has a tray, Rose has a tray, Goodman has a tray. It's pretty balanced scoring so far tonight.
55% from the field for the Miners, just 29 for the Lakers.
Nice drive, too hard. Jake Rose pulls down the rebound and hits the outlet of Jackson Miller. Ruben Goodman on the pass. Takes it on the right side. Wants to go back out on top to the quarterback. Sullivan with the ball on the left-hand side. Ooh. He can shoot the eyes out of it. Goodman with the ball in the lane. Skies gets decked. No call. I think they might have been trying to draw an offensive foul. There's a shot that's blocked by Sullivan. But it'll stay with Shakamak. Well, Shakamak is clearly undersized, and they're getting a lot of their shots blocked.
Yeah, that's 4 of them.
Johnson inbounds the ball. They're trying to get it to their quarterback, Jaden Johnson.
Those two are brothers.
There's a strong move to the hoop, a little too strong by Lyndon Jenkins. Miller bringing the ball up.
Jenkins off to a tough start, 0 for 4.
Sullivan. Miller. Rose. Sullivan. No. Timeout. Sullivan was having trouble, wanted to go to the right side. He couldn't, for whatever reason, look to the left, and he couldn't get the ball off on the right. This is Raider Media Sports. Rick Krine's Auto Detailing is the place to take your car, truck, or off-road vehicle for complete auto detailing and cleaning, and a ceramic coat that'll make it shine. Call Rick at 812-201-9551.
I'll make it shine like it's mine.
Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years, offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. So we have Paul Oliver, Hayden Feltner, Connor Daly, Jackson Miller, and Gage Sullivan in the ball game right now. A 6'3" junior who can pull the trigger. Oliver pivots to the left and, in the lane. He was going to pass it off at the last minute, but he couldn't get that done. So I don't know that he'll be shooting.
Call Brock Anderson Construction for your home repair and building needs. With over 25 years of experience in the construction field, he strives to have you come home to quality. Call Brock at 812-798-5583. And he says, go Miners. Hi, Dad.
Does it get any better than that?
No,
Get to read your dad's ad. That is fantastic. Oliver goes inside Daly. Spins, jumper off the glass, no go. Feltner tries to crash the boards, but Shakamak will come up with it. Jaden Johnson has that pass stolen by Jackson Miller. Miller, no-look pass to Oliver. Wow! 9 points for Paul Oliver, but a wonderful assist by Jackson Miller.
I talked a lot in the girls' game about teamwork.
There he goes,
and
picking the pocket
dynamic.
again.
And these boys just read each other. They can feel each other on the court. I mean, his no-show pass just showed that.
Gage Sullivan. Now Jackson Miller with the ball. Spins in the lane. Runner off the glass. No good. Rebound Connor Daly, but we got a foul and against the Miners.
Looks like it'll be on Sullivan, 33. Number 21, Fiskus. Dalton Fiskus came into the game on that break for the Shakamak Lakers.
Cooper Smith coming back in the ball game. So to have this depth to be able to move these guys in and out. So right now, Jake Rose has been in the game. Goodman, Lint, Gage Sullivan.
Yeah, they've gone
nine deep already. And we're not even almost halfway through the first half. 17-6 Miners by 11. Jenkins with the ball, wants to drive. Now he needs somewhere to go with the ball. Shot over on the left side. It looked good, but it just would not fall for Jalen Johnson.
Smith on the board.
Jackson Miller. Bounce pass to Feltner. Cooper Smith, top of the free throw line, had it blocked. Jenkins got a piece of that. We're coming back the other way. Jalen Johnson hands off to Dalton Fiskus, who's now in the ball game. And now they try a little pass underneath the hoop. That doesn't work. Miners off and running out of 2-on-1 break, and Daly gets the bucket. Connor Daly, the 6'3 junior, brings a timeout to the court. 4:44 to play in this first half, and it's 19-6 Miners.
If you need excavation work, then you need to call Hall's Excavation. They do site work, utilities, septics, and land clearing. They even off drain, camera, and cleaning. Call Hall's Excavating in Linton at 812-699-0200. Best of luck to the Linton Miners this season. Bender Lumber proudly supports our area's student athletes. From building supplies to expert help with your projects, Bender Lumber has you covered. Everyone at Bender Lumber in Linton is rooting for the Miners.
Thank you.
Brent Anderson, we're so proud of you. It's fun to have you back.
Getting her intensive speaking out of her. This should apply for something college-wise, shouldn't it?
I already took speech. I don't need to worry about it anymore.
I was going to say, I can't imagine you having any trouble with public speaking at all.
No, the first time she sat in with us, it was like she'd been doing it all her life. That's why she's back with us. We love
You
having
can ask my mom. I don't stop talking, so.
Is that right?
She's probably proud that I'm doing something like this. My talking actually does something.
How's that going to work in pharmacy? You'll be a busy girl.
Well, you got to talk a lot in pharmacy.
You do. You got to counsel lots of patients. I can do it.
I believe you can. I believe you can do whatever you want.
I may need to seek your counsel on some of my medicines.
Oh.
Well, let's give her a few years.
All right, I better let you get some more education.
Yeah.
4:40 now remaining in the first half. 19-6 Miners, but Shakamak coming away with a basketball. Going to get across the timeline. Jaden Johnson back to Jalen. Now back to Jaden. That's going to drive me. I have to keep track of that. Husband with the ball on the left side. Jalen Johnson gets trapped, wants to go to his brother, and he does. Jaden Johnson now back to Jalen. He'll put up the tray. No good. Rebound pulled down by Daly. Husband thought he had it, and he was cut off. Jackson Miller coming the other way. Off the glass. Oliver. 2, 4, 6, 8. 11 points now for Paul, and that's his number on his jersey.
3 assists from Miller as well.
21-6 Miners here. This second quarter brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. But I'll tell you, the Linton defense has been really spectacular, allowing only 6 points. There's another missed jumper. The height issue is just overwhelming. Cooper Smith gets it to Jackson Miller. There were 2 Lakers there, but they could not get to the ball. Oliver across the timeline, kind of shuffles his step. He gets a break there. On the left side to Feltner. Back on top, Miller. Connor Daly, left side. Feltner. Oliver.
Great.
Underneath, Daly. Great pass and a reverse layup by Daly. Great assist by Paul Oliver. 4 for Daly.
That's his second assist, and as Bryn mentioned earlier, it's just syncopation between guys who have played together quite a bit.
Well, all the starters that are on the floor right now played as a starting 5 a year ago, and they're back again.
Well,
Oliver will draw the foul. You know, how
jumped
alert
into him a little bit there, so
How
sorry.
alert was he defensively, though, to cross the lane? He saw that he was going to break to the hoop, and he tried to cover for his teammate.
It's an important part of defense. You have to be able to read the whole floor, and like you said, Paul was very alert there.
To help defense for sure. Probably if he'd have just stayed to his feet, he might have been able to draw a charging foul. A whole bunch of people coming in now.
Yeah, we got.
I agree.
Must be shift change here. We got Lent coming in, Goodman coming in. Jake Rose coming in. Oliver is still in, and Jackson Miller stays in the ball game. Now there were some substitutions for Shakamak as well. We'll try to get that. Jaden Johnson is still in the ball game.
Looks like
Lyndon
starters.
Jenkins is still in. Is it all the starters?
Yeah,
yes, it is. You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Oliver cutting, draws the foul, gets decked. Husband tries to help him up. Nothing intentional there.
May I say he did a good job with pausing there because
Yeah.
he could see that guy was about to leave his feet. When he jumped into him at that point, it's an easy foul.
Just about got the basket in there. This first time at the line for any Miner tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Perfect shot. He's got great spin with that.
He looked very surprised by that shot.
Well, you know what?
Goodman.
Watching your broadcast against Purdue Poly, they had some trouble with the free throws.
Yeah, they did. Second free throw, good again.
And I think, as Greg pointed out that night, that was their third game in 24 hours, so your arms kind of give out a little bit on you.
13 for Paul Oliver. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this first half on the Stanger home scoreboard. And the Miners, so far, are having it their way. There's a nice feed underneath and a good shot by number 2. Is that Mason Young?
That was 0.
0, thank you. Case Terrell. 4 for Case. 2 minutes. As they used to say in Pacers' days of glory, Tua. Paul Oliver.
Showing your age there, Kevin.
Jackson Miller.
Nice pass.
Jake Rose
again.
underneath. Nice pass. The follow by Lent. Can't make it fall. Oh, he was right there for the bunny. Couldn't get it to fall. Oh, we're going to try it again. Lyndon Jenkins. Nope. Shot up, no good. Boy, I give him credit. He keeps hammering in there as like if somebody needs to do for them.
Yeah, that's 5 shots. And
Rose gets the pass, but I think they're going to call a foul here on number 12, Jalen Johnson. And number 3, Ian Sam is checking back into the ball game. So is Connor Daly and Cooper Smith. Lent is coming out. And who else? Oh, Jackson Miller.
Miller coming out. First foul of the night on number 12, Jalen Johnson.
Right now, Sam at 5'11" is guarding 6'4" Paul Oliver.
Oh my gosh.
In the man-for-man. I believe you would call that a mismatch, but we'll see. Rose, Jake with the ball. Spins to his right, pass to Cooper Smith, back to Jake Rose. He goes up with it and he gets hacked. And throws it up and he'll go to the line.
Nice, just great give and go passing by the Miners. They're really showing a lot of great moxie throwing the ball around. Foul was again, that was number 12, the second one in a row.
Jake hits the first free throw. 4 in the game now. Coming in is number 2, Mason Young, 6-foot senior.
I don't think I exaggerate when I think all 9 of these Miners could start.
Misses the second free throw. And we are coming the other way. Jaden Johnson, 3 in the game. Looking to get it across the timeline, and he does. Connor Daly is greeting him there. I think they might try to kill for one shot. I'm not sure. Sam hands it off to Terrell.
Nice move.
Now underneath, nice move by Case Terrell. 6 points for Case. He's had a lot more success underneath there than his teammate Lyndon Jenkins has had. Case has done a great job under there. Out on top, Goodman. Rubin, right side, Daly. Underneath, Oliver. Beats his man. There's the mismatch I was talking about, and Paul gets an easy basket.
Good identification by the Miners. Good
15
pass.
for Paul.
Good pass from Daly.
15 seconds now remaining as Shakamak will work for one. Husband to Sam. Gets it back to Johnson.
Nice try.
Tries to drive in there, and he draws the foul. And takes a deep breath. Jaden Johnson, 5'7" junior, be stepping to the line. Won't he? Wasn't he in the act of shooting? I thought he was.
I guess they're going to say beforehand. That was.
I guess so.
That was on Oliver. That's his second foul.
3.8. They're going to pull Paul out to make sure he doesn't get a cheap one right here at the end.
Because he didn't know how to take it.
Feltner comes in.
Guy's coming at him. He's going to go right back at him.
There they get it low. 3, 2, 1. Shot blocked. That's going to be the score at halftime. The Linton Miners take a 28-12 score into the locker room at the intermission on the Stanger home scoreboard. We'll be back with the totals. This is Raider Media Sports. Correll's LP Gas has quite a story to tell. A locally owned operation for 78 years offering residential and agricultural propane in 6 counties. They also fill camper, motorhome, and gas grill cylinders. Correll's LP Gas, located at Highway 54 in Linton. Check them out on Facebook or by phone at 812-847-4076.
At Violet & Company, we love assisting each of you in all of life's special moments. We are a locally owned floral shop at 69 North Main Street in downtown Linton. Contact us at 812-847-3208 to purchase your arrangement for any special occasion or stop in for that perfect gift. Stay in touch with us on Facebook under Violet & Company for upcoming events and to see our latest creations. We encourage you to live life in full bloom.
Is your family protected? Contact me, Alicia Cornelius, your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, to discuss your home, auto, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call to speak with me, Alicia Cornelius, one agent for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and we are in the process of waiting for the halftime performance by what appears to be the cheer dance team. We're going to go ahead and read a few of the sponsor ads, if we can, here for just a moment, while we're waiting on that. Proud to be your hometown grocer, Save A Lot encourages you to switch to their brands and save. Download their app to take advantage of special digital coupons, including 2 for $4 Philadelphia cream cheese and Imperial 4-stick butter for just $1. Please remember to shop the dot to save a lot. Also, we have Autumn Trace of Greene County, which is the perfect setting for seniors to call home. Seniors can live as independently as they wish while enjoying as much supportive care as they may request in their daily lives from their 24-hour care staff. Call Jessica and her friendly staff at 812-699-4464 to schedule your tour. Come and find out why so many of your friends and neighbors have already picked Autumn Trace as their choice to age in place.
There, I think they got the sound difficulty straightened out.
That halftime performance was sponsored by the Shakamak Lakers, and we're going to get back just real quick to a couple of ads before we let Dan take it away with Kevin for some halftime stats. Marsh Madness Sandhill Crane Festival is brought to you by the Friends of Goose Pond in partnership with Goose Pond Fish and Wildlife Area. Kickoff is Friday, February 14th, and all day Saturday, February 15th at Humphreys Park and Goose Pond Visitor Center. Visit the Friends of Goose Pond on the web at www.friendsofgoosepond.org for more information. Big D and Kevin, you have any stats for us?
Yeah, I'll let Big D just take it away. Big D, just give us the stats, and we'll watch here while you give the stats.
Well, the Miners have come out strong on the inside tonight, 50% from the field. Their defense has been super stymieing, 24% shooting for Shakamak. They've not only attempted 4 3-pointers, just hit none of them. Miners 3 of 7 from 3-point range, 43%, led by 15 points from Paul Oliver, doing it from the inside tonight. 1 of 1 from 3-point land, 5 of 7 from the field. He's hit 75% of his shots, 2 free throws, 15 points. Other than that, you've got 4 points from Jake Rose, who came in off the bench to hit 1 of 3 from 3-point land, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 4 points from Connor Daly, both of those on the inside. He's missed a couple of 3-pointers. He's got 2 points from Hayden Feltner on the inside. That's going to get 3 from Reuben Goodman. Should mention him. Nailed a 3-pointer. Gives the Miners 28 halftime points. But the big story really is the defense just mauling the Lakers on the inside, not giving up anything inside. The leading scorer is Case Terrell, number 0. Had some nice moves on the inside. Finishes with 6 points. He was 3 of 3 on the inside. All of those were kind of nice inside moves. unfortunately, Lyndon Jenkins has had trouble on the inside. 0 for 4 from there, 0 for 1 from the three-point lane, but he's been giving it a shot. He's hit 2 free throws. He's got 2. Jaden Johnson, number 10, he's 1 for 4 from the field, 2 or 2 from the line. He's got 4 points, and the last 2 buckets, really that's the only 3 Lakers have scored, 12 points. Kevin, they just had 6 points in each of the first and second quarter. If it wasn't for number 0, Carroll kind of hitting a couple nice inside moves, they'd have been almost held scoreless in that second quarter.
Yeah, as Big D points out, it was 3 points in the at the end of the first quarter, and then it was 6 points at the end of the first quarter, 12 at intermission. Miners 15 points at the end of the first quarter, and then 28 at the intermission. The Miners coming out of the locker room. It's been a dominating performance so far.
Yeah,
but we'll say we've seen a trend of second half changes, and we'll see if that holds court here with this basketball game tonight.
Well, we definitely saw that JV is Shakamak to a big lead. The Miners came back, almost won that one. And then early tonight, the girls, Linton was up quite a bit, and Shakamak came back and made a ball game over for a bit tonight. So we'll see. I'm sure as a lesson, I believe Linton had a little bit of this in one of the games on the Saturday. They were up by a little bit and kind of let the other team get back in and had to fight at the very end to keep it. It's just impressive. There are 3 freshmen that are, or 2 freshmen, and Gage Sullivan didn't play last year, and he's getting some action. It's just 9 deep, and there's other guys that could probably come in and do the job as well. So it makes you really feel good, and you can tell foul trouble is not a major thing. I would not want to see necessarily Paul get in foul trouble because he seems to be go-to when it's time to go inside.
They haven't needed them, so they haven't used them. But I will say, besides Jake Rose, Reuben Goodman, and Tucker Lint, you could also easily use Drake Netherland, Kingston Crane, and Owen Smith.
And Garrett McBride as well. He's a singer who's had to accept his role as what it is, and you got to admire that. But we saw him last year with the JV handle the ball coming down the court and put up some shots. So I believe if he patiently waits for his chance to get in there, he can make things happen as well.
Heather?
IU Notre Dame score update. Notre Dame 7, IU zip. 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Okay.
Those scores are courtesy of my father, so thank you for sending that.
IU can't get behind in a game like that very much.
Well, I think if weather conditions are what they look like they were going to be, it may not be a high-scoring game.
No, that's a Notre Dame type of game, grind it out type. Of course, this day and age in college, I don't know that anybody just grinds it out like they used to. But I got it on record, so I'm sure I want to hear about who wins it. But Bren, your assessment in that first quarter, first half.
Sorry, I'm like zoned in on the band. I think that both teams showed a fight. They were the physicality was there, and you could tell that they were putting the effort in. Miners, really, you can see how they are just feeling the game. We talk about that a lot, and they're just feeling it, and they're just playing. And I think that's what is making this huge difference between them and the Shakamak Lakers is the fact that you can tell they're just in it, and they're just playing the game, no cares at all. And I feel like Shakamak's kind of under that pressure that they need to outperform the Miners. So then there's this extra stress, whereas the Miners are just cool and calm, and they're making these great passes and just doing whatever because they're just feeling it in the moment.
I tell you what, you can feel that these guys have played together because the passes are almost, you're not even thinking about.
They're like effortless.
But keep in mind, you're also seeing Jake Rose, Reuben Goodman, and Tucker Lint participating in this offense,
weren't part of
and
it
the flow
year.
doesn't change.
Yeah. No. That's putting
and Gage Sullivan.
That's putting in the work.
I agree.
And I also think when you've got good players around you, it makes you a better player as well. You're learning from these guys. They've been practicing with them, so.
And it pushes you to do better because
you
have to have this mindset like one day I'm going to take their spot, and I need to be as good or even better than them.
Well, and you may need the depth this year. Fouls and injury, you just never know what could happen.
Try and hold yourself to a high standard.
Jackson Miller bringing it across the timeline. Connor Daly, 28-12 as we just start quarter number 3, brought to you by Key Associates of Linton. Oliver top of the key, right side. Feltner almost has his pocket pick, breaks around the left-hand side, kicks it out to Cooper Smith, to Connor Daly. Great stutter step move on Husband. Can't take it to the cup. Gets it back out to the right side to Miller. Jackson, Trey on the way, off the back iron, no good. Daly skies off the glass. 6 points for Connor Daly. Big D's reaction was how high Connor Daly got up to get that rebound. I like that. That was like a fan reaction. Oh, my. Love that.
He just kind of glowed.
Oh, there we go.
Errant pass. Cooper Smith picks it up to Jackson Miller. Feltner all by himself. Gets it in. Hayden Feltner with his 4th point of the night. 32-12 Miners. There's a shot on the left side of Trey. Great shot by Jaden Johnson. His first Walton Funeral Homes 3-pointer of the night. And that makes 7 on the game. Connor Daly. Oliver. Feltner. Cooper Smith. Daly. Cooper Smith sets the screen. Daly breaks the other way off the glass. They're going to call a foul on Lyndon Jenkins, who tried to take the charge.
Yeah, it was close. That was bang, bang.
Yeah, it was. Connor Daly will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Those ones always make me nervous. I never know what way they're going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That call could have been either way.
And someone really could have got hurt there. That's what makes me nervous.
Daly.
We saw one last night. Josh Lauer was pretty much slammed to the ground here, and
he came back.
He had to have felt that today.
Second free throw, good again. So that's 8 points for Connor Daly. Jalen Johnson with the ball. Daly waiting on him. Gets it to Jenkins. Sees an open lane. Oliver will block the shot, but he got him with the body.
That'll be number 3 on Ollie, but he was not going to let that go in uncontested.
I will always say if you're going to foul somebody while they're shooting, make it count. Don't let them make that basket. And
that was my whole singular job when I came to the game.
Lyndon gets that free throw. It's 3 for him. He's worked hard tonight. Oliver coming out. Freshman Jake Rose is checked back in.
It was always, boy, did you get 4 points last night? No, that's my foul. That's my foul tally.
My dad used to always tell me, you got 5 fouls, you need to use all of them.
You can't go to heaven with fouls unspent.
Cooper Smith on the left-hand side. Connor Daly loses control as he's pocket picked. Coming the other way is Terrell. Gets it over on the left-hand side to Johnson. That's a wall ball. Cooper Smith pulls it down. Jake Rose feeds Feltner, and he is fouled before he can even get the ball in the air. So it was before the shot.
Second foul on Jenkins.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. They're getting ready to inbound. Daly against Husband. Connor sprints around to the right and beats everybody off the glass. 2, 4, 6, 10 now for Connor Daly. Shot on the right-hand side. Nice tray by Jalen Johnson. The 5'9 sophomore gets his first Walton Funeral Homes 3-point shot.
We just saw Jackson Miller commit to trying to get a steal and then sprinting back on defense, and I think that just shows the grit and determination that he has.
Miller wide open. If you're going to give it to him, he'll take it. That's a Walton Funeral Service 3-pointer for Jackson Miller. Nobody came out to even get him, and that's what the coach is now yelling at his team, saying no one came out to pick him up. 39-20 Miners. This is Rader Media Sports.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our miners.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. On the Stanger Home scoreboard, Linton leads Shakamak 39-20.
Jaden Johnson will bring up the ball. They've had some success shooting threes. Boy, if I were them, I would do that. I think they've got the shooters to make a dent there, but we'll see. Jalen Johnson gets it to Terrell, back to Johnson. Tries to go inside. I don't know why they keep trying to do that. Jenkins with a shot on the outside, no good. Jackson Miller coming the other way. Spins. Great defense by Jaden Johnson. Miller backs it out now. He's set up shop on the left-hand side. Cooper Smith, nice feed inside to Daly. Wants the reverse layup, can't get it. Wants the follow, can't get that. Great defense. Lakers coming the other way. Jalen Johnson. Terrell. Jenkins. Husband in the lane. There's a nice drive, but no, just too strong by Lyndon Jenkins with a great move to the hoop. Rose coming the other way.
A little snake bit on the inside.
Daly. Shot, no good. Jenkins coming the other way, off and running. Then he pulls it up to set up shop. Stutter step move by Johnson, who takes it all the way to the rack. Great move by Jalen Johnson. He has 5. We got a timeout on the court. This might be the Linton Minor coach time to yell at somebody. It's 3:49 to play in the game. It is 39-22 Miners.
Team Ortho Foot and Ankle Center is home to board-certified foot and ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter, who has more than 35 years of experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more information, call Team Ortho at 812-847-3381. Greene County General Hospital, our family, caring for yours. And it's going to be cold this year, so watch out for the ice. Make sure your vehicle is protected now before the ice hits. Call Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance to melt your worries away. And also, let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or give him a call at 812-798-2615.
Jackson Miller across the half court. Tough defense, but he breaks away. Now he's going to skip it off the backboard. No, feeds off at the last minute to Hayden Feltner, and Feltner lost control of it out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think
Shakamak ball.
I don't think Hayden thought that pass was coming.
There have been a few surprises that way tonight, haven't there? Jalen Johnson with the ball. Jenkins, Terrell. Right-hand side to Jalen Johnson. Trey on the way. There it is. He pulls the trigger. That's his second tray of the second half on the Walton Funeral Service three-pointer, and it's 39-25 with 3:13 to play in the third quarter. Miller. Feltner. Left side, Reuben Goodman. Now back to Miller. Jackson with a fake around a Jake Rose screen. Jake eyes the tray. Up, no good. Rebound fought for by the Miners, but no. Johnson's going to come out with it, and he gets fouled.
I think the Miners need to work more on getting in that lane, because every time you get in there, they seem to score.
Yeah. Boy, Jalen Johnson may have hurt his ankle. Looks like I think they're getting ready to substitute. Yep, here comes number 21, Dalton Fiskus, in the ball game. And number 3, Ian Sam, is coming back in. Jenkins is checking out as well.
Reuben Goodman got the foul. That's his first.
Jackson Miller coming out. Paul Oliver is back in. 14-point advantage for the Miners. It's not been increased. It's just kind of stayed the same.
And that's close enough. I mean, a run by the Lakers get them back in striking distance.
Great move by Husband. He wants to finish it off with the turnaround. Sweet shot. Nice shot by Madden Husband, his first 2 of the night. And it's down to 12 points, 39-27. 2:25 to play on the Stanger home scoreboard in the third quarter. Jake Rose, right side. Again, Ian Sam at 5'11" is on Paul Oliver. Goodman backing his man up, but the ball is stripped away by Fiskus, but it should stay with the Miners. Number 22, Leo Miller, is now checking in. We saw a lot of Leo last night at the JV contest. which the Shakamak Lakers did win, by the way, by 1. Jake Rose, short, no good. Sprint to the ball. Jake wins it. Hits the ball on the left side to Daly. Wants to go underneath. Ball knocked away from Tucker Lent. Husband with the ball. He had the great turnaround jumper just minutes ago. Sam back to.
Oh my gosh.
Back to Husband. He takes a tray from.
Well, he took that one from Midland. That was way out to the volleyball stripe. He seems to have athletic ability to kind of drive and make things happen.
He really does. He's athletic, you can tell.
Even the scorers bench is watching the IU Notre Dame game as well. I can see it here from the
is that
up in our seats.
Oliver off the glass.
They have their phone propped up against the keg.
So. Yep.
17 points for Paul. First 2 points in the second half. 1:10 to go, third quarter, 41-27. Miners by 14.
Good defense by Tucker Lent there on the change off. Well, he wants to
Husband kicks it out. Leo Miller bounce pass out of there. Jumper, top of the key, no good.
Oh, same team, guys.
Lent and Oliver
sorry.
looked each other eyeball to eyeball, both of them holding on to the same ball. Luckily, there was no traveling call.
It used to be a travel call.
Jackson Miller is trying to go in with it, and boy, I hope he didn't get hurt. He's kind of bent over. Did he get?
Probably got popped in the.
Hope he's okay. He is. He's going to stay in.
I know they took number 12 to the locker room with the strengthening coach, so we hope he's okay.
Jalen Johnson?
Yes.
For Shakamak? Yeah, we do. Lent has come out. I didn't see who's come in. Oliver tries to do an alley-oop on the inbounds. No success.
The Miners really need to be careful when they swat at the ball. They're getting really close to hitting Shakamak in the face, which could end badly against the Miners. So
15 seconds to go. Yeah. Well, yeah, close. Shakamak trying for the last shot. It's Johnson with the ball. He feeds it to Jenkins. Husband will take a tray from the left-hand side. No good off the back iron. 3, 2, 1 from half court. No. So at the end of 3, it's 41-27 Miners on the on the Stanger Homes scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports. Linton Sporting Goods has an over 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. They feature Wilson, Demarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, Mizuno, and much more. Get ready for any sports season by shopping at Linton Sporting Goods on Highway 54, where the winners shop.
Out here, work won't wait. From grading gravel to herding cattle, Polaris gives you the upper hand on hard work.
Since 1973, Linton Cycle Sales. Welcome back. 8 minutes left in this basketball game. What a rivalry it's been, but it's kind of been all Miners recently. 41-27. Looks like that trend might continue tonight.
Yeah, it's still 14 points. So, a few of these three-pointers fall for Shakamak. Wasn't the best Miner quarter, although they got 14 points in it, so I guess that's not too bad. But their shooting percentage went down to 38% in that quarter, 46% overall. Shakamak needs to score every time they've got the ball, though.
Yeah, you can't trade hoops at this point.
No.
And you can't undermine any teams either. I think that's a downfall to a lot of teams as they start getting this cocky mindset, like, oh, I'm good. But
yeah, the game's over.
Like you said, there's
Jenkins.
a lot that can happen in 8 minutes. So
Jenkins gets his 6th point of the night, gets rewarded for all that hard work in the lane.
Yeah, that's the first one that's fell for him in the paint.
Oliver.
There you go.
It's knocked away by 5'11", Ian Sam, away from Paul Oliver. Well, that's the kind of spirited defense that can get you back in a ball game.
I agree.
They're only trailing by 12. They can get it down to single digits here with a possible shot. Out on top I thought Jenkins might take that.
Yeah,
he's going to take that one.
Oh, my gosh.
There they save it, but right to Feltner. Jackson Miller behind Feltner. He's got to fight for it now. He does, and
timeout Miners.
Got a timeout Miners. I'm not sure that was not going well there. 6:53 to go in the ball game. 41-29 Miners on the Stanger home scoreboard. This is Raider Media Sports.
It starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the grill in downtown Linton.
Welcome back to Raider Media Sports. And the grill is a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years in the same family for the last 40. Open 7 days a week with steak night every Friday and Saturday night. You may dine in or carry out at this eatery located in the heart of downtown Linton.
It's still 7-0 Notre Dame at the end of the first quarter. For those of you not watching that ball game, Jackson Miller with the ball on the inbound. 6:50 to play in this ball game. It's getting kind of ragtag here in this fourth and final quarter. I think that's probably another reason why the coach called a timeout. Cooper Smith, right side. Jackson Miller back to Cooper Smith. Paul Oliver.
Ooh, there he was.
Feltner. Ball was kicked. Miners will maintain possession.
Now, is that the Johnson kid who went out? Or is that not?
Yes, he is back in the ball game.
That's good to hear.
Looks like he's got an ankle brace on.
I'm a firm believer in every athlete that should have an ankle brace on.
Boy, Connor Daly showing his athleticism there. Wow, I'm sorry, Bren.
No, you're fine.
Nice pass underneath to Cooper Smith.
Well, Jackson Miller's an assist machine. That's 5.
Shot on the right side, and that's a tray for Jalen Johnson, the sophomore.
The Miners really need to be considerate of who's on the floor and where they are on the floor. Because every time they leave that guy wide open, he's going to make that three.
And
so
3 of 6 for him on the three-point range.
Oliver trying to work against 5'11" Ian Sam.
Oh, gosh.
And there he goes. Connor Daly, too hard. Comes down with his own rebound, wants to come the other way, gets trapped, and he's stripped. Coming the other way is Lyndon Jenkins. Hands it off to Jaden Johnson. Now the ball, loose ball. Oliver.
Oh, my.
Oh, he threw that hard, huh?
with some intent, but the ball goes out evidently beforehand. Didn't see a foul call.
No, I think it was out of bounds, wasn't he?
Yeah, he bounced the ball off of him so that Miners could take the ball back.
Yeah.
It was just a little aggressive, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
And Shakamak's dialing up the defense a little bit.
Yeah, they are. Goodman gets the ball to Cooper Smith. Jackson Miller. It's getting a little chippy here in the final under 5 minutes to play. You'd have to think Shakamak was not going to go down. Feltner gets shot blocked. Great play. Husband comes down with it. Jaden Johnson on the right side to Husband. Working against Feltner. Boy, he had a cutter. Lyndon Jenkins was wide open going to the hoop. Who knows what Paul Oliver would have done if that would have happened, but
nice.
There's a pass trying to go to Jenkins, and Oliver kicks that one out of bounds.
Good help defense. Goodman did a good job on him, but he got around him, and then Oliver stepped over and just got enough of it with his knee.
Paul trying to fire up his team a little bit. You see that?
Yeah.
Kind of clapping, like saying, come on. 43-32, 4:28 to play on the Stanger home scoreboard. Ball inbounded. Miners steal it. Back to Cooper Smith. One dribble and off the glass. 2 for Cooper Smith. That makes 4 on the night.
And that might be the play.
There's a ball tapped away by Jackson Miller. They whistled him for the foul.
When you go for those steals to cut off a pass like that, you really have to give it nothing or 100. You have to just go for it. And I think the Miners have dedicated everything to those types of steals every time they go for one.
Yeah, they definitely go for it.
Shakamak, Husband with the ball out on top. Madden Husband.
Very Sydney Gerald's like when you go for a loose
I loved
ball.
watching her do that.
Yeah.
Left side to Jalen Johnson. Out on top, Ian Sam. Husband, long tray on the way. Wall ball, doesn't even draw iron. Oliver gets kind of tagged by Lyndon Jenkins coming through there. Shakamak coming the other way. Shot off the glass, no go. Oliver with a rebound. Paul.
Oh my gosh.
Ball intercepted. Shakamak coming the other way. Little ragtag.
Yeah, I can't quite keep up with the turnovers. They're happening so rapidly.
Jalen Johnson working with the left hand, in trouble, goes back to Jenkins, now to Husband on the right side. Husband backs it off. Bounce pass right side. Back to Jenkins.
Nice backdoor.
Nice backdoor play, but Husband can't make it count, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
I believe that's 4 on Oliver.
Daly and Lint getting ready to check in.
As well as Case Terrell for the Lakers.
All right.
Husband. They've not missed
shot
a
up
free throw.
good.
7 of 7. It's a big turning point now. They can get within 11 with 3 minutes on the clock. The Miners offensively seem to be struggling.
Second free throw. Good again. 4 points for Madden Husband, and with 3:02 to play in the game, Miners hold on to an 11-point edge, 45-34 in the Stanger home scoreboard. This is Raider Media Sports.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you, or give me a call at 812-847-4798.
3:02 to play in the game. Miners 45. Shakamak 34.
Linden averages 62.7 a game, so they're about 17 points from that.
Oliver will bring it up. Lyndon Jenkins will pick him up. Ball across the timeline. Gets it on the right side to Reuben Goodman. Goodman to Jackson Miller. Jackson sheds one man, but he's double teamed and gets the ball picked up. The ball stripped from him, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Miners. Jake Rose is now coming in. He'll inbound the ball. Who's coming out? Goodman. A little more ball handling with Jake Rose with this quick lineup that Shakamak has gone to. Oliver, Husband picks him up.
Euro step.
Goes with a follow. Paul with 2 more. 19 now for Paul Oliver. Shot off the glass. Good by Husband. 6 for Madden Husband. Jackson Miller picked up at half court on the double team. Rose comes up with the basketball.
And you can feel Shakamak doesn't feel they're out of the game yet. Oh, nice feed.
Nice, and one to Tucker Lint, who gets on the board for the first time. 47-36. Miners by 11 with 2:01 to go in the ballgame.
There's a foul on Jenkins, his third, and a great feed from Rose. That is his first assist of the night. Ooh.
Free throw is a wall ball.
Minutes.
Tua. Jaden Johnson working on the left side. Goes around Paul Oliver. Now darts to the hoop. Nope, kicks out. Case Terrell. Terrell to Husband along the baseline. He can't make it fall. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Shakamak. Cooper Smith checking in with help of the coach.
He just keeps shuffling.
Tucker Lynn coming up. 49-36. Miners by 13 with 1:45 to play. Terrell drives on Oliver. Can't make it fall, but Daly skies and pulls down the rebound. He can surprise you with how athletic he is.
He's very smooth. Just that's 6 rebounds that leads the team.
Paul Oliver on the left side. Stutter step on Husband. Kicks it back out to Jackson Miller. Wow. Little push there, but nothing called. Jackson stutter step. Goes up again, nothing called. He's on the floor.
He thought he was going to get fouled.
There's a tray on the way, and it counts. Jaden Johnson with his 3rd Walton Funeral Home Service tray, and Jackson Miller just got decked.
Well, I think he thought he was going to get fouled, and it didn't come, and he came down on his hip. Goodman's going to have to come in for him. Shakamak's going to run out of time. They're down by 10 at 1:07.
Oliver with the ball. Connor Daly gets around his man. But it's stolen from behind. Coming the other way, Fiskus feeds it to Jaden Johnson.
Miller's already at the bench to come in.
Well, man wide open underneath, but no go. They missed him, and Goodman pulls down the rebound and waits to get fouled, and he did. Jackson Miller checking in.
Foul is on Jaden Johnson.
Goodman coming out. Thank you. 49-39. Miners by 10. It's turned into a real scrappy ball game. Oliver off the glass. 21 for Paul. 51-39, 35 seconds remaining in the game. Drive, blocked. Shot blocked by Jake Rose, but he'll collect a foul.
It's going to be his
Husband will go to the line.
First foul.
Madden's 2 for 2 from there already. 2, 4, 6 points for him.
Yeah, they're 8 of 8 from the line.
This is 2 on Jake Rose.
I'll tell you, the Johnson brothers, Jaden and Jalen, have been running constantly like the ever-ready batteries.
They got 21 of the 39 Laker points.
There's a nice shot on the free throw by Madden. You get another one.
Well, if you're a Shakamak fan, you've got to be pleased that they got down and they fought. They've stayed within striking distance. Just a couple of plays didn't go their way.
Another free throw, good.
Or a better way to put it, the Miners responded and got back.
51-41. There, Jackson Miller got the inbounds pass and again just waited to be fouled.
I got a feeling we'll see a lot of this.
Got some fouls to give here.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd foul in a quarter.
Miller.
He's going to get frustrated here in a second.
Fouled again. Foul is on Jaden Johnson. Is that his fourth?
Just his second.
Second.
Oh, man.
Inbounding the ball.
Nice mauls
Jackson
in.
Miller fouled again. Now I believe they'll shoot.
I wonder when they're going to implement the rule, kind of like baseball. I'm going to give it. I'm going to walk you. Intentional base on balls. If they don't throw it, they don't even throw the pitches now. It's just base on balls.
Reuben Goodman getting ready to check in.
If they don't say, look, we're going to foul. We're going to foul.
Miller has worked hard tonight, but he only has 3 points.
Yeah. So he's one of those that
Jake Rose checks out.
The game stats aren't necessarily going to show his importance. I have him for 5 assists. He has 2 steals.
Second free throw is good.
He's not a selfish player at all, and I think that is an important aspect of being a good teammate.
Well, I think the team as a whole. Hit the.
There are no selfish players on this team.
Yeah,
I would agree.
In a team where you go 9 deep, you can't have a guy that wants to be the star, or your chemistry is going to be in trouble.
Boy, Jackson has taken a beating tonight.
He's taken 4 straight fouls, going back to the line. Good, glad he's keeping his head about him. It'd be hard not to kind of let a shove go.
I am going to take the score clock off because I cannot show in decibels. So in order not to confuse everyone, it's going from like 17.4 to 17.2 to 17.1. So
second free throw is good.
We're just going to take that off there. We'll let you guys just mention the time.
We're at 15.
There, Jackson Miller strips the ball away from Jaden Johnson, and he's called for the foul.
He's laughing about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother him any.
What the heck?
12.1 now remaining in the game.
Third foul on Miller.
You can tell he's in pain, though.
Get it into Husband.
He's going to have some bruising tomorrow.
He's triple teamed, and they feed it up to Paul Oliver. Oliver off the glass. 23 for Big Paul. And that is going to do it. The final is 55-41. The Miners able to get a win on the road at Shakamak. We'll be back with the E2 Custom Creations post-game show when we come back.
E2 Custom Creations, we know that every memory has a story. Every time we sit around with family and friends, we share those memories. When we pull the boxes of old pictures out of the closet, we revisit those memories of our past. Whether it's a photo or a special moment with family, a picture of a loved one who has passed. When you think about that moment, there's a memory that goes with it. At E2 Custom Creations, we offer custom laser engraving for keepsakes, personalized gifts, home decor, signage, awards, and many other custom made-to-order products. Let us help you personalize a unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather. The unique gift for a loved one, customize an item, or create promotional materials and awards for your business or athletic team. Our services include engraving and cutting on a variety of materials, including wood, acrylic, leather, granite, marble, glass, and coated metals, just to name a few. If you have an idea, reach out and let's talk about how we can bring your idea to life. At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. And I'm going to say this on air because I did not say this last time. I'm so impressed with the Linton cheerleaders. They're walking through the stands, picking up trash. And Brent Anderson can give some. I've taken some stills, but we're going to get some people here on video. They're even going through the Shakamak side to help pick up some trash. And I think this is just a testament of what Linton Miners are, and I'm just so impressed again. So I know that we have a lot of stats to get to, and then we'll do a wrap-up of sponsors as well. So, Big D, take it away.
This is the E2 Custom Creations post-game show. Big D, why don't you just do the scoring and do all the stats?
Well, the Miners
do what you do.
Well, thankfully the computer does it for me, but I got to enter them correctly. And the Miners tonight, led by Paul Oliver, 23 points. All but one three-pointer were on the inside. 9 of 13 shooting on the inside. He ends up with 2 from the free throw line. 23 total points. Had 4 fouls. He had 3 total rebounds, 3 assists. Cooper Smith added 4 on 2 or 3 shooting from the inside. He had 2 defensive boards. Hayden Feltner, 4 points as well, all from the inside, 2 of 3. He had 3 rebounds as well. Connor Daly, another solid night, 11 points for him. He was 1 of 3 from the three-point range, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 11 points. He had 3 assists, also had led the Miners with 6 rebounds as well. Jackson Miller, like Kevin said, it's not necessarily going to show up in the scorebook. I have him with 4. I think a three-pointer maybe got credited. 4 points for him. Big thing for him was the assists. He had 5 of those. He had 2 steals as well. Tucker Lint came in off the bench, had a bucket for 2 points, 1 of 3 from the inside. He also added 2 rebounds. Jake Rose, again, a very solid performance. That's just 4 points, but he handled the ball real well. Hit that first three-pointer and then didn't hit any more the rest of the night, but he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Reuben Goodman came in and drilled a three-pointer. Gage Sullivan also saw some action for no points. 55 points for the Miners. Shakamak was kept alive by the Johnson brothers. 11 points from Jalen Johnson. He wears number 12. He was 3 of 8 from the three-point line, 4 of 11 overall shooting. 11 points for him, 2 boards. His brother Jaden Johnson wore number 10. He was 3 of 8 from the field tonight, 2 of 3 from three-pointer land, 2 of 2 from the line. 10 points for him. He also had 2 boards. Case Terrell in the first half was key to keeping them on the board. He had 3 of 4, but I don't think he got a point in the second half. 6 points for him. Madden Husband came alive. I don't think he had anything in the first half. Looks like he had 7 points in the second half. I got 8 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. Lyndon Jenkins had to battle inside all night, 1 of 6 from inside the stripe, 0 for 3 from the outside, 1 of 9 overall. 6 points, though. He had 4 for 4. He also had a board as well, a couple of blocks. Ian Sam saw some action with no points. Dalton Fiskus as well, and Leo Miller got in there as well. Overall shooting, the Miners for 49% from the field, 33 from the three-point range. Shakamak was 33% from the field, 5 of 17, 29% from three-point land. Positive Shakamak, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Linton did better, 7 of 11 at 64%. Turnovers were 9 for Linton, 8 for Shakamak. Kevin, honestly, Miners got a little bit raggedy in that second half to me. It didn't look like, as Brent pointed out, maybe trying to run some inside work and get, when you go to the basket, to the rim, it was drawing not only fouls but also some easy defensive buckets.
I think Paul getting in foul trouble hindered the Miners a little bit tonight. Bryn, your observations from this one tonight?
On both sides, I thought, both teams gave a really good effort. Going back on what I said earlier, I feel like the Miners, they almost wanted it more tonight. Like, they were giving it their all, and again, it was effortless play, but you could still tell that they were working hard. There wasn't a single play where I looked at a player and I was like, oh, they weren't working hard that play.
The size difference, I think, was just huge today.
That's huge, because when you have people that are, what's their roster? The highest is, 6'2"?
6'2", I think.
Tallest is 6'2"?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the average amongst our guys, and our guys are mostly taller than 6'2".
So you get around the guy, and you drive in, and shot after shot is, 1 or 2 guys are in your face, so that, you played on the inside as well, and that gets to be frustrating. And
when you have someone like the Barbers, that are 5'10", 5'11", going up against somebody who's 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", it's detrimental down there under the basket, especially when you're trying to shoot those easy little shots. You have more of a chance of getting blocked. You don't have the same advantages as they do. Well,
you said blocks. I have 4 of them for the Miners, and that doesn't count the plays that you were distracted. So Miner defense tonight, to me, Kevin, it was 15-6 at the end of the first quarter. Linton jumped out and dominated, silenced the Shakamak crowd a lot, but they didn't put it away in the second half. Really, Shakamak stayed within distance just enough to keep it a ball game.
Yeah, if you go the scoring by quarters, I like to do this. Shakamak with 6 at the end of one, 12 at halftime. Looked like it was going to be dismal for the Lakers, but they picked things up in the second half. 27 at the end of 3 and 41 for the ball game. For the Miners, it was 15 at the end of 1, 28 at intermission, 41 at the end of 3, and 55 at the end of the ball game.
Coach has made his way up. I'm surprised he's got any kind of voice whatsoever left.
Coach Britton.
Sorry, I was talking to the boys.
There'll
be nights like that.
We were still statting.
I can't
Coach.
believe you can still, as much as you have to yell during the game. I imagine it's tough to even talk at all at the end of the night.
Tough ball game tonight. It was one of those that you just couldn't quite pull all the way away, but you'd put away.
Yeah, that's the third time we've done that, where we built a nice lead, 18, 20 points, and kind of let our guard down, quit playing with the same focus and intensity, and let the other team get on a roll, and then you're in a dogfight at the end of the game. And that happened at Mitchell. It happened against Rock Creek, and happened again tonight. So hoping that's something we can get fixed as we get more time on the court. We got tired tonight. You could tell that a lot of mental mistakes were made in the fourth quarter due to guys just being tired, and so that's something we got to work on as well. A lot of the poor decisions with the basketball, not getting back on defense, not moving your feet, not closing out the shooters. We stopped running offense in the fourth quarter. A lot of those things were due to fatigue, and we've got to get ourselves in a little better shape and be able to finish games better. That being said, a tip of the hat to Shakamak. They came out and outplayed us in the second half. I thought their kids were fearless in the second half and did a real nice job of fighting back and making plays. And that's a good ball club, and they're well coached, and I feel like their kids really outscrapped us there in the second half.
Coach Paul Oliver got in a little bit of foul trouble. I'm not looking for excuses, but that seemed to hurt you a little bit.
No doubt. He's a really good player. We need him on the floor as much as possible. We lost our rhythm a little bit without him, and Shakamak made a nice run there. So, you learn from it. Wasn't pretty. We'll take the win. Yeah. Anytime you go on the road in the SWIAC and get a win, that's a good night. But definitely some room for growth. Hopefully we can finish ball games better in the future.
Big D, you got a question?
Yeah, I think you said everything I would probably ask. You got to be proud of the way your kids came out, because the intensity on the defensive side was amazing. 6 points in the first 2 quarters, allowed 12. You had to feel pretty good about how your defense came out aggressive right off the bat.
And half of those 12 points they scored in the first half were our fault. For getting out of position and lunging at guys and giving up some up and unders and some different things, fouling a guy that we didn't really need to. 6 of those 12 points were just our defensive errors where we got a little undisciplined. Other than that, we played really good defense in the first half and did not in the second half. We came out, scored the first 2 baskets, got 2 stops, went up by 20, and it's like our guys – it's like they took time to look at the scoreboard and thought, well, we got this one, and that's the farthest thing from the truth, especially against a team that can score the ball so quickly like Shakamak can. And we kind of let our foot off the gas, and as you alluded to, Paul got in foul trouble. That kind of broke our rhythm a little bit there in the third quarter.
Does small ball have anything to do with that? I mean, the smaller lineup at first in the first half I thought didn't work for him at all, but for some reason in the second half it seemed to.
Maybe, it may have taken its toll. They've got several kids that can shoot the ball and also go off the dribble pretty well.
And scrappy, as you pointed out.
They found some easy looks there in the second half when we didn't have the same focus and intensity on the defensive end.
It's like you said, the first half, when they tried to drive the lane, they were met with 2 and 3 bodies that came at them. We had 4 blocks. I know there were more than that, but they had trouble on the inside. Second half, it seemed like they could get that lane a little bit easier than they were.
Yeah, we didn't rotate to help near as quickly
Yeah.
in the second half as we did the first.
Tell us about your West Virginia team you were coming up against.
Yeah, I believe they're 3-1 or 4-1, 3A school. They have a couple kids, I believe, that are committed to play college basketball next year, one of which is going to play for the Oaks for Coach French at Oakland City. So that's how they're connected with this shootout. Very good athletic team, high-scoring team. Their 2 starting guards combined for 53 points last night. 8 deep like we are, and athletic. Very quick, athletic team that shoots the ball extremely well. It'll be a great matchup. It's going to be a really, really good matchup tomorrow night. Hopefully we can play for 32 minutes. We're going to have to, or it could be a long night for the Miners. So should be a great challenge for us. We scheduled these games, knowing that, there's going to be some tough nights, some tough opponents.
That's what you want, though.
It is. It is. And we'll go down there, and I think it should be a really entertaining game. Hopefully Miner fans can come down and watch tomorrow night. Very good basketball team.
How long is that bus ride for that?
I think they said around 4.5 hours or so for them.
Coach.
But they came in tonight, got a hotel room. They didn't have a game tonight, so they came in, and we're going to practice at Oakland City tomorrow before they play us.
It'll be hard to keep them focused. There's not a whole lot going on in Oakland City, so that'll be good.
You can go get you a pretty good ribeye at Taylor's Steakhouse.
There we go. Yeah. Free ad there somewhere.
Should have known you know the food aspect.
Oh, everywhere. You better believe it.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You're still unbeaten, and I know through all of that, a win is still a win. It's 4-0.
Well, and I also think Ruben Goodman come in and hit 3. Rose Kick came in, played some good defense, hit a 3. Lint came in. The depth thing is impressive.
Yeah.
Gage Sullivan, I know.
He saw some
time,
action tonight.
Yeah, Gage did fine, and that's I'm hoping to find minutes for him. He's been playing really well in our JV games.
Right.
With a deep, talented team, sometimes it's tough to get everybody in there as much as you like. You mentioned the 2 freshmen. I thought they both handled themselves really well tonight.
Yeah,
I really did.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys. Coach. God bless you.
Coach Britton joining us here, and after a big win tonight at Shakamak, and of course, what is quite a rivalry.
Yeah, and I like
Big D, final words for you.
I like the honesty because I think he hit it right on the head. We got up by a lot of points, and if there's anything that worries you a little bit is we've seen, like he said, 3 games where we get up by a lot, and you kind of look for that killer, go for the jugular type of thing where you want to just put them away, and we seem to let teams hang around, come back, and it's almost cost us in a couple of games. Tonight we held a distance, but I hate to bring up the football side of things, but it's almost like you play to who you're playing. If it's a tight, hard-fought contest, they seem to respond to that. If it's a game that they're ahead by a lot of points, they seem to relax a little bit, and that's where things get lackadaisical a little bit.
And Bryn, final observations from you?
I really appreciate his words because I feel like sometimes coaches will just be like, oh, it's a win's a win. I'm going to talk really highly of my team, even if they didn't play their best. And I really appreciate the way he's like, there is things that we need to work on, and we need to be able to play a full 32 minutes. And I don't know. I just really appreciate that. You can tell he actually works with these athletes and gets them prepared and ready for these games because, like we said, he can go 8-9 people deep in his bench. And a lot of teams, you don't see that.
Oh, yeah,
and so
especially in 2A.
It just shows that he goes and he cares and he tries to get these people to work together as a team. And, I mean, it showed tonight with the boys and the way they played. And, yes, they let Shakamak come back and kind of kick him around, but
then they responded.
They pulled through.
They responded to it. I mean, it got close. It got within 10, but then Linton responded. And so far we've been able to – that's when it gets tough, the big guys show up and all of a sudden we're back up. But, in a tight contest, you don't want to – when you got the chance to put them away, you need to put them away.
Big D will not be joining us tomorrow night. You'll have a gig?
I will be at a gig in Lagodi, but I will certainly, when it's over, I'm sure I'll watch the replay. I always do.
Darren Clayton will be sliding into Big D's chair and will be joining us tomorrow night for that game in Oakland City.
Jake Rose has got a hold of the keg. He's a freshman. What's he doing with it?
anything he wants to.
We're taking lots of pictures down there.
I see.
Heather?
We want to wrap up here by thanking our Minor Pride sponsors, Jordan Vaught Insurance, pregame show, Linton Sporting Goods, Jathan Wright with Indiana Farm Bureau, Team Ortho, Audrey Sparks with Richard Brown Insurance, The Grill, Crane Credit Union, Alicia Cornelius with Indiana Farm Bureau, and Corey Motter of Century 21 Sheets. We also want to say thank you to Stenger Homes for the scoreboard sponsor, Klusner Construction for starting lineups, Key Associates for quarter sponsor, Walton Funeral Home for press box sponsor, E2 Custom Creations for post-game sponsor, and then also these sponsors as well that were in rotation: Fish Monuments, Violet and Company, Linton Cycle Sales, Mayor Preble and the City of Linton, Brock Anderson Construction, Friends of Goose Pond, Save a Lot of Linton, Autumn Trace of Greene County, Correll's Gas of Linton, Gaither Power Sports, Hall's Excavating, Bender Lumber of Linton, Rick Crines of Crines Auto Detailing, Mike Morin as our with Midwest Satellite from month to month, and then pregame rotation sponsors: Green Streets, Beach Cattle of Bloomfield, Bandanas by Brenna, Dan and Teresa Carpenter, Pizza Hut of Linton, Donnie and Marilyn Clayton, Tim and Joan Warwick, and Margaret and Simon, who can continue to keep her light on through tomorrow night's broadcast. I want to say thank you to Dan Phillips for joining us tonight on Color, Kevin, as always, for you, and Brenna Anderson, who you have had a busy semester of studying intramural sports. You've made time for your family, your boyfriend, your friends, and you still made time. We always say this: you can make time for those that count, and we do appreciate.
And you always have a chair here.
For you,
thank you,
making time for the student athletes and supporting your Lady Miners and your Linton-Stockton high school boys basketball team. I want to end with one thing that I've looked at a lot tonight on the wall. It says, "Welcome to Shakamak, where sportsmanship is an expectation. So please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let all spectators be positive." And that can be said for any game that we witness, and that any game should witness as well. I know many of you are watching IU Notre Dame, and so we'll probably watch this as we get home. But our next broadcast is tomorrow night from Oakland City University, beginning at 7:30 pregame with 8 o'clock tip-off. Kevin, you and I were the first two people in this gym today. And by the time we get torn down, we're probably going to be the last two people out of this gym.
That's always the way it is.
And this gym was rocking and packed. And
I feel like I should cue up Jackson Brown's song.
Oh, yeah. Don't sing. Don't sing.
Not going to do it. We'll get in trouble.
We also want to thank Dylan Collins, athletic director, for being a great resource for us this week, and also Shane Reese, the principal here, who I've known for my entire life.
And for their help making sure that this went
And
smoothly.
both of them kind of tag teamed together and helped us early Wednesday when I came over here to get everything ready to go for tonight. So we're going to sign off for tonight, and we'll be back once again tomorrow night on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network. For Dan Phillips, Bryn Anderson, Kevin Rader, and myself, this is Rader Media.